Hi, I'm Stephen here from Archery Supplies. Today we're going to look at the Ascent release aid from Scott Archery. The Ascent is new, and I think it's new for 2019. It's definitely new to my store, arrived this week, and in fact arrived yesterday. It's stainless steel body, stainless steel head, micro adjustment, and also you can adjust the travel on the click. So basically from where it goes click to when it shoots, you can fully adjust that, or you can turn the click off completely. So what we're going to do is we're going to check this out, see what it feels like, and show you how to adjust it. So my first point with this packaging, completely, I'm going to say stupid. So Scott's going to hate me. The problem with this packaging, it comes in medium and large. Do I know whether I need a medium or a large? How big is my hand? Like, I don't know. Do I have dwarf hands? Do I have tradie hands? I don't know. And the problem is this is a sealed package. So as a shop, you can't open it to demo it to a customer because it's sealed here. So you can't open it. And if you do open it, then it's like secondhand and you're not helping anyone. And if someone wants to try it to see if they like it, you can't do it. So I like release aid packages that you can open, and yeah, people can have a feel, see what it's like, see if they like it. So that's my first point. So let's open this up and just have a look. Okay, so this is the Ascent. Stainless steel body, nicely tapered down here. It reminds me of the Halo from Scott, a very nice release aid. Now what's common on Scott is the way they trigger this here, this little thing here. It's held by rubber bands just in the back there. And they come with 3 replaceable little rubber bands. And I think these are the rubber bands that you use in your teeth for braces. I don't know if they are the same or not, but that's it there, and that's how it fits. It's a very nicely high polished, feels good in the hand, very comfortable, and we're going to go have a shot, see what it feels like. Yeah, feels great as far as back tension. Now this one is medium, and this feels about right in my hand. I'm an average size guy. I'm 5'11", fairly standard build. If I was bigger, let's say if I was 6'5", definitely go large. If I was a tradie, often tradies have tradesmen. Often tradies have larger hands because they're working with their hands all the time. I'm a sort of technical kind of person, so I have, I'm going to say, girly hands. We'll call it what it is. So I'm basically medium size in fingers, not large, not extra large. These come medium and large. So that's kind of that's how that works. Now inside the packaging, the artwork is nice. It stands out really well on the shelf. Inside there's instructions. And in the back there, you'll find the spare parts for the rubber bands. Now, I'm going to say to adjust this release aid, you need 3 Allen keys to adjust it. I'm just going to throw that down. You need 3 Allen keys, and it would be fantastic if Scott included the 3 Allen keys you needed to adjust this, because it would stop you from needing one of these. Now, you may have this, but let's say you don't, you're buggered when you get this. So the instructions are nice, very nicely printed, nice big diagrams for boys, and let's face it, 95% of people buying this are boys, and boys like pictures. The pictures are clear, the writing's big, it's in English, which is obviously better than Chinese for there's those little rubber bands. It's a very nice put together product as far as professionalism. Price point on this is about $275. It's Australian dollars, so I'm going to guess in America probably about $220. Now let's have a look at the way this works. So the hinges here, one is for the click and one is actually to set it off. And I'm going to spin around to the back. So one of these is for the click and one is to set it off. So for the click, if you want it to be early, you just move that forward or you move it back. That simple. On the side here, just there, you'll see there's an Allen key, which hopefully you'll see there. That's to turn the click on or off. So you put the Allen key in there, you loosen it, and you move this here backwards or forwards to move the click on or move the click off. Now to adjust how fast this shoots, you've got a lock down here, you lock this on or off, and then these two things float, they're like on a spring. So they basically They're on a spring if you want to adjust it. Then you've got a little micro adjustment here for adjusting how fast it sets off. So my first thing is I don't shoot with click because I find I flinch with the click. So I turn the click off. I basically, you can see the Allen key just there. I've loosened off the Allen key and I moved the click to the off position. I just pushed it and I think it's off. So we're going to try this out now and see what I think of it. Now when you're trying back tension release aids, always be really close to the target because you don't know when it's going to fire. You don't know if you're going to feel comfortable with it. This feels like a quality product. Now I'm going to say this is different to the other Scott release aids. I'm going to grab this one. This is one of my Scott release aids, a Scott backspin. The way you adjust this is where it fires at that point there. The way you lock this, you've got a locking screw on that side and one on that side. So all you do is you move this by finger forward or back. It's literally that easy. Now it's not micro adjustment. And if you want to turn the click on, click off, you move it around, you basically flip it around forward to back. So you cannot adjust the travel and the click. With this, you've got complete full adjustment. Now this system of the two clicks, of the two half moons, is very similar, I'm going to say identical, to the Carter only back tension release aid. So whether Scott copied Carter or what, it is what it is. Now the Carter only release aid for me is not that popular in the shop. I don't know, people just don't ask for it. I don't know if it's because Carter is not known as a back tension release aid or not. The Carter is cheaper than this model. It's an anodized finish and not stainless steel. This is stainless steel, this is stainless steel. It's a nice finished product. In fact, many archers prefer stainless steel than the brass because brass will tarnish. So brass, once you start touching it, it will become dull and pitted. Okay, so now instead of using the bow to see if if this travel's correct, you could just use a piece of cord on this. We're just going to try it. Okay, so for me, I found this very comfortable to draw back. Very, very comfortable. Much more comfortable. This is more comfortable than any of the other back tension releases I've tried. And you're going to say, but it's the same design as the Halo. I can't actually remember the Halo, so... But it feels really comfortable to me. The stainless steel feels nice in my hand. Now it's taking too long to trigger. Because I'll show you where I want it to trigger. And a back tension release aid should be a bit of a surprise. But I want it, we'll just go through that shot process again. Right, so I'm getting the shot, I've taken my thumb off the peg. I want it to trigger about here. So it's miles too late for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I adjust. Okay, so bear in mind, this here is the trigger. That little thing there is the trigger. So if I want it to trigger sooner, I need to move that down. So I go and unlock it. Now this is the Allen key, which is a 1/16. Now this is micro adjustment. Now I'm going to show you this moves. So you can see this, I'm going to move that with my fingers. So I want to move it around there. Now that's the micro adjustment just there, that Allen key. Now Allen key sets come in two sizes. They come in extra large or small. You need the small one for this. Now unfortunately, if you've got a compound bow, you generally need the large one for adjusting. I'm hoping one of these directions moves it. Yeah, and see, if you can see that, that's definitely moving it down. So, well, that's too hot. So I'm going to move that back. Let's try it about there. Lock it back up. So that's the 0.5 Allen key. So if you're into archery, you definitely need the small one and you need the large one of the Allen key sets, and you may need the Torx. So I just lock that back up. Like, that's a nice system. I had some of my customers said with the other system where it locks on both sides, it becomes loose over time. I haven't had that problem. I've had those release aids for years. But I can tell you customers have had problems with that coming loose. I don't understand why, but so let's try this now. Let's see where it triggers. And this is just when you're setting up your back tension release aid, just practice with it until you feel comfortable. I really like this release aid, straight up. So when I pull this back, I pull it back at an angle like that. So basically that's pointing at the target because I don't want to punch myself in the mouth. As funny as I look for the camera. Take the thumb off, and now I'm starting to activate my little finger. Well, that's way too hot. You can see how quickly that went off. Basically, I wasn't even in the shot and just went off. I'm going to try that again because I'm like, maybe I want it to go off quicker. I feel like when I shoot, I take forever to get the shot off because I'm sort of working the back in. And literally, I do take forever to get a shot off. But I feel like that's just a little bit too early in my shot sequence. I feel like I'm getting a bit of pressure in and then it's gone. So I want a little bit more pressure in the back. But I must say, out of all the micro systems that I've used, this is the easiest. I'm just thinking about all the other ones I've used. I really like the Trueball HT release aid, but it's on a spring system and switching the click on and off just does my head in. Literally, it does my head in. And yeah, I have to do it for customers who come in my shop, but it can take me like 15 minutes. And as much as I like that release aid, this release aid reminds me of that. And I do like the HT. I think this release aid's a bit more comfortable to shoot than the HT from Trueball. And I think this micro adjustment is a little bit better. And someone's going to say it's probably works a similar way. Well, it probably does. So I want to turn this off. So I want that little edge there, I want to move that up. I'm just going to try that there. I really can't even see which way it's moving. I don't know if it's because I've got bad eyesight or not, but just try this stuff out. And don't over tighten your grub screws. You over tighten them, you're going to strip them, and that's not warranty. People go, oh, I've stripped out my Allen keys, it's a warranty. No, you stripped it out, you did it up too tight. They're still going to want a warranty on it, and you're like, man, I made 20 bucks on a release aid when I sold it, and you want me to give you a new one for free? That's what you deal with every day, right? Okay. Right, I'm in the shot sequence about now. That is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way that feels. Maybe a smidge earlier in the shot sequence to go off, but I reckon I can work with that. In fact, I'm really liking this release aid. I'm going to stand back a bit. I really, really like this release aid. I did a review this week on a Carter convertible, which is like that finger or that finger, and one of my customers who brought it from me said, I brought the release aid from you, it's really good, love it. I've brought 50 release aids since I've started shooting 2 years ago. 50 release aids. Amazing. 50 release aids. He goes, this is my favorite. I'm like, 50? Like, I like this. This is good. He obviously doesn't live close to my store. You should come in and try them, but... And really, not many people come in and try release aids. Look, I really like this release aid. In fact, I like this enough that I'm going to say I'm going to give this one a go. I'm not sure why I like it more. I'm pretty sure I've shot the Halo from Scott, and to me this feels the same. It feels nice. The grip here feels nice. The whole shape feels nice. It feels like a quality product. It feels nice in my hand. The adjustment's nice. I like the way this all sits. It's just clean. I like the way it feels. Now, I was shooting a TrueFire Sear release aid, and you'll probably see I haven't been shooting that lately. That's because my third finger of it fell off. The grub screw, which holds the third or fourth finger, which you can change from the third or fourth finger, came out, and basically I lost it. I've got the finger, but I've lost the grub screw, so I haven't been able to refit it, so I haven't been able to shoot it. So I've been shooting the backspin lately. I like this though. I like the fact I can turn it faster or slower. It's this is good. Yeah, really like this release aid. I'm going to be shooting this one. You'll see this one on my videos until I find another release aid I like. Yeah, so I really like this release aid. Now, I did like I probably just mentioned in this video, I did like the XL HT release aid. I really like that release aid. I find this more comfortable because of the shape of it. I do like the backspin, but I find this more comfortable. I did like the TrueFire Sear, but I did lose the little peg of it. I found the TrueFire Sear's colourful. I had a red and black one, which is really nice in colour, but I find this a little bit more comfortable in my hand. The cutter only, I found this probably easier to set up than the cutter only, which is probably the reason why I didn't shoot the cutter only. So this is my favourite release aid so far of the back tensions. So that's the Scott Ascent. Check it out in your local store and see what you think. See if you think this is one of the best back tension release aids produced so far. I definitely think it is. Not happy with the price point. Definitely prefer this price point at $130 rather than $270. But that's just obvious. It's a quality product, and when you're spending however many dollars on a bow and all the accessories, like, this is alright. I definitely prefer it cheaper, but it is what it is, and I like it, so I'll be shooting this from now on. Thank you for watching. I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies. The more you shoot, the better you shoot. And just the volume of arrows. I'm going to mention an Olympian in my state. He said he shoots 300 arrows a day. Now, if you want to compete against the Olympians or against the world champions, you've got to shoot the arrows. It's not going to happen to you by sitting on your ass watching TV. You've got to shoot the arrows. And it's just volumes and volumes of arrows, or just shoot for fun. Just shoot and just enjoy it. I've got to the point where I just enjoy it. I just go down there and I relax and I enjoy it. So just enjoy it. The Scott Ascent, check it out at your local archery shop. Thanks for watching. Bye.